this video I'm going to be showing you my scalping session. We're looking at S&P 500 and mini futures. The time frame I'm using is 2000 tick chart, which is actually very similar to 1 minute chart, but I like tick charts because they allow me to see more details and they're a little bit more symmetrical. Either way, we traded down. We have some consolidation. We have flat EMA, consistent pricings up and down. So as a price action trader, I'm working with these candlesticks, trying to decipher the market structure, and market structure is in a small consolidation. So right now, what I'm doing is mainly being patient. I don't want to take a setup exactly in the middle. The range is really tight, and I'm looking for taking setups near these extremes because I want to buy low, sell high, and potentially fade the breakout if the structure looks good. So the market is still quite congested. I'm waiting for price action to reach this resistance. Once we reach these highs, I'm going to be looking for some short opportunity. This uptrend should get new high tested, so let's see if we can get a new high and then probably fading the breakout. Okay, we are really stacked right now, massive congestion. I'm thinking about potential fail breakout here and then market going lower because I would be fading the big range and also the small one. There are some higher lows, which is not what I like to see. But let's see what's going to happen after this uptrend gets new high tested, which happened right now. Break, push to a new extreme. So let's see what's going to happen now. Okay, so the signal bar to fade the breakout was bullish bar. So I'm not selling, of course. Double bar entry didn't trigger. All right, traders, I'm trying to get in this lower high, but it looks like it's going to go without me. It happened too quickly, and it's very hard to catch it and record the session. So now the scalp was made, so I'm going to cancel the order. So it happened exactly as we expected. Great lower high to fade the breakout. I couldn't really sell here because the signal bar was bullish and double bar entry didn't get a trigger. Then we had lower high confirmation of the failed breakout. Great push, great scalp at the range highs, but it simply happened too quickly. It's a shame we didn't get it. We'll see what's going to happen now. There are some higher lows here, so I'm going to observe if we can go higher or not. Okay, so most breakouts fail. We have the scalp down. Now I can see small support holding. So much empty room at the bottom. I don't like it. It looks like some bullish imbalance is kicking in. So I will skip this failed second entry long. It's a doji above EMA, so I can't really take it because I don't like the support here, empty room here. We were really supposed to go all the way down if the range is super healthy. It still may because it's very slow and choppy. I want to sell high, far away from the middle action in the trend range, because if you're buying very low or selling at the very high, you have room to go back into this tight trend range. This is super tight trend range. This is not even 10 points. So you really need to be selling at the extremes or buying at the extremes. Alright traders, I'm resuming the video as I just entered sort of another failed breakout because the uptrend finally has a break, push to a new extreme. I had to chase it a little bit with the stop order entry because I didn't want to miss another setup like we missed here, because once you sell off these highs, market can go down, and this is basically a repeat pattern of what is happening here. Okay, so we got the scalp, so I'm gonna place my stop loss to break even. I'm gonna keep my runner around these lows, and once again applying the range rules. This is simple price action, uptrend, break, push to new high. So bullish momentum played out. Big juicy bearish bar at the very extreme of the trend range. You can view it sort of as a multiple test or failed breakout. It's very close. I viewed it as a failed breakout because the range is tight. Great bearish bar. So right now we're gonna hold the runner. The range is super choppy, so our runner may get stopped, but in case we're gonna go all the way down here, I'm gonna ride it all the way down here. But once again, I'm trying to wait for the correction to play out. Uptrend break new high, uptrend break new high, and then I want to sell at the very extreme because according to price action rules, in the trend range, you want to sell high. Alright traders, our runner just got hit at break even, so we managed to get the scalp. And right now, I'm just going to keep waiting. If we're going to keep working higher and keep working higher, then I'm going to reassess what is happening because we're really struggling to reach the bottom here. We never really fully reached the bottom, and since we are struggling to reach the bottom, I have to ask myself why. So we're going to keep working higher slowly but surely. I'm just going to pause looking to go short because most breakouts will fail, at least temporarily. But one breakout will eventually break out of the trend range. And the way how I'm able to identify which breakout is going to break the trend range is thanks to some kind of imbalance, okay? So once the trend range starts behaving as a healthy range, oscillating up and down, and you can't reach one side of the range, one key level, there can be some brand new trend established finally out of the trend range. So these are the clues that I'm paying attention to. So once again, I'm not going to consider a lower high after this because why EMA held. We're struggling to reach this for quite a long time now. So I'm very satisfied just taking small scalps near this key level and waiting for more information now. Alright, so we have some weak uptrend working higher. I'm thinking about some potential second entry long if the EMA holds. But EMA has to hold. The channel is quite weak, so I really want nice second entry long in case we're going to go back into range. So we have a new high, no break above, no break above. Finally, first entry long. So we'll see if we can get a second entry long here or not. Alright traders, so we got filled on this second entry long. It's definitely a little bit more aggressive because you can see it is quite stacked, but it's such a tiny risk, 1.5 points only. I decided to use the limit order at the close and I'm scalping only for 6 ticks because the structure is very slow now. So I'm expecting new high for this uptrend. We'll see if we can get the scalp here because EMA keeps holding nicely. That's what I like. I'm just gonna take a risk here. Trading is about taking a chance. Alright traders, we got the scalp. It was a little bit more aggressive, so I took lower target profit. I'm not going to go for 10-12 ticks here. But the one thing is good that when you're judging congestion, you're judging where the EMA is, okay? And if the EMA is in all the bars, that's a bad congestion. If we can see bars above the EMA, that means that EMA is more acting as a support, and that's a good congestion. And also, if I have a lot of trend bars instead of dojis inside stacked area, it's not as bad. So what you don't want to see is dojis and EMA in those bars. If I can see EMA acting as a support, that's a better congestion. So this was an uptrend working higher. I expect new high to be tested. I'm just working with price action. I don't need anything else. Okay, I have one supportive indicator EMA. You can see how helpful it is. Just helping me to identify where the correction phase is ending and helping me to identify the congestion as well. But we basically identify everything based on price action alone. We start with healthy range, so we want to sell high. Then we identify imbalance. This is why here we know that the market is going to break higher into new trend because bullish imbalance will result into new trend and the breakout that actually is going to work. So we have identified the imbalance into new trend. And now I simply going to take a high probability setup following the trend line rule. So I'm just taking advantage of price action alone, following the rules. And today is a very slow day, so I'm not scalping for big targets. We'll see if we can get a runner. But once again, since the market is this choppy, we may get stopped out, but runner is just a bonus. There's only one contract in case there's going to be massive momentum. Alright traders, our runner just got hit. We had additional failed second entry short, but I didn't take it because I was wondering why we didn't make new high on the first go. We're very close to creating new high. Market is super slow. You can see the ATR is dropping down. So really, I'm looking for small scalps mainly. But let's see what's going to happen now. We had a decent second entry long here above the EMA. The single bar was a little bit neutral. We have uptrend that needs to get new high. This downtrend doesn't have new extreme fully, but this bigger channel is going to take precedence over the small one. So high low attempt to test the new low is enough, and now we have new high to be tested. Alright traders, I came back from my break. I sat down and we have a second entry long, but I skipped the first second entry long because there is ambiguity about the channel. As you can see, we have potential overshoot. We may have another overshoot, so if I'm considering making the channel wider or respecting the overshoot, I wanted to see something stronger than just second entry long. For example, the high low that's gonna kind of negate the overshoot and it's gonna tell me, okay, EMA held one more time. There are buyers in the market. I'm going only for 4 ticks, given the fact that we're quite close to these highs and the wider channel doesn't have as many confirmations. But this is high low confirmation setup of the two-legged pullback. We're right at the EMA. You can see we moved past the measured move, and once you move past the measured move and you keep working higher, it makes sense to draw a wider channel, and we got the scalp. So I'm gonna tighten my runner to break even. This was a high low confirmation of the second entry long of the EMA, and hopefully it makes sense. The second entry long was very tempting, very nice, broke 2 legs down, but we just had a wider channel here, so I have no bounces. I rather play it safe, and high low was just enough to get the scalp. ATR super small, so scalping 4 ticks is okay. You can go for 6. Alright traders, our runner got hit. I'm gonna wrap it up with my 3 trades for the day. So this is the structure for today. Very nice trading day. A lot of trading opportunities to choose from. We talked about the structure during the session. We basically started with consolidation. You want to sell as high as you can because the range is super tight, not even 10 points. Imbalance resulted into successful breakout, so you identified the imbalance. Then you have to follow the trend line rule. Great second entry long. I don't think we can take this for second entry short because you have to ask yourself why there is no new high on the first attempt. Maybe for small scalp you can consider. Then you have some triple bottom, push above EMA and a high low. Once again, the triple bottom is strong. Push above EMA resumption. The big channel may need new high compared to the tiny one, so this is a decent setup. I wasn't excited to widen the channel instantly because you're still within the two-legged pullback measured move, but once the measured move is exceeded and you keep working higher, you keep working higher, you keep working higher, it looks more and more like an uptrend. EMA keeps holding. This is where you can redraw wide the channel, and we finish the day with decent high low. The second inch long is very nice locally. You can consider taking. It's just the fact that maybe next time when you're unsure about the channel like this, you may get trapped. So it's better to follow the rules and wait for the high low. Either way, great trading day. Price action tells us everything. We can follow it. Remember, we are followers. We don't predict price action. We follow what the price action is telling us. It's confirmed, and we're just taking the high probability setups. So I hope you had a good trading day. I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to talk to you next time. Good luck your trading.